John, I understand that the message from WestJet is WestJet means business. How do travel agents engage with that message?
Okay, thank you, Nita. The way travel agents can engage with that message is that we are committed to the business traveler in Canada, and one of the things that we're doing is we want to make sure that we design our routes and schedules around getting the business traveler to where they want to go, when they want to go. Yet at the same time, keeping in line with WestJet's values is to make sure that we do it at a low cost, be safe and affordable.
Right. Very, very important. You don't want to lose your primary positioning in the marketplace, right?
That's
so
correct.
How do you attract the business traveler?
So how we attract the business traveler is that one of the things that we're committed to, and I think it's a hallmark of WestJet, so not just doesn't permeate just the business traveler itself, it's all of WestJet, all the guests that fly in our airline, is that one of the things we're fundamentally committed to is that we don't overbook. You know, most of the traditional airlines globally, you know, always overbook, and there's reasons for that. We've always made a decision at WestJet that we will not overbook. And what's critical for that, especially for the business travelers, that means ultimately at the end of the day you're guaranteed a seat. And so when you're traveling and you need to get somewhere affordably and on time, you know, with WestJet, you're absolutely going to get that seat. And the only time that would not be available is if, in fact, the flight itself was sold out.
Right.
And so that really is something that is probably one of the, you know, our lead features that we do. And of course, the key benefit is reliability and dependability.
Yeah, very, very important. Now, business travelers have slightly different needs. They're a little bit more demanding.
Yes.
They want a little more space. So how are you accommodating that?
Yeah. Excellent question, Nina. What we're doing is that we've been in the marketplace for quite a while now with our Plus service. What we're really trying to do with Plus service is to make it Canada's true premium economy, and at the same time have some significant benefits for business travelers. So one of the keys to Plus, which is we refer to as our premium economy service, is a critical early boarding, priority boarding. Plus, there's also priority screening at most Canadian airports that allow the Plus guests to get in first. The seat itself has a 36-inch pitch seat. We've blocked the middle seat with an armrest and cup holder to provide some extra space. On flights over 2.5 hours, there's complimentary food, and there's complimentary beverages on the flights as well. The overhead cabin space is also, cargo bin space is also dedicated to the Plus traveler as well. So the key is that we recognize that, you know, time is money, and business travelers are always traveling frequently, and so what are some of the little amenities that we can do to make it easier for them? So there's definitely a benefit for the traveler from a comfort standpoint with respect to that. There are also some features and benefits of the Plus fare that allow the corporation itself to save money, such as bags are included, name and change cancels, which is, you know, important from a travel agent perspective.
Absolutely.
If need be to cancel, it's refundable right back to the original form of payment.
Okay.
So there's also some economic benefit for the corporation as well. Flexibility? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And rebooking?
And in rebooking too, yes, absolutely.
Okay. One of the things, and maybe I'm going a little off the major
That's right.
features of our headliner here in the topics, but I just really want to bring this up because you're talking about the travel agents and flexibility and that type of thing. We've heard in the marketplace that travel agents are noticing WestJet being a lot more accommodating lately, that there's a bit of a shift in the culture in working with the trade. And does that reflect also in how you work with the business corporate trade partners?
Yes, absolutely. Most commonly are the travel management companies that obviously manage travel on behalf of companies. Overall, we're committed to the agent community. And so obviously the travel management companies are part of that community, and they're very fundamental and key to the business that we do. You know, we don't pretend to be a travel management company. We're an airline.
Right.
We recognize that corporations have made decisions to use a travel management company to manage their costs efficiently, and so a key for us is to be able to work with them cooperatively and be able to make sure that we are able to provide, you know, the level of service that we want to be able to provide by working with our partners. So partnership with TMCs is critical.
Talk to me a little bit about the Simplicity program.
So, well, it's very simple.
Perfect.
Perfect. Do I need to say more? No. Okay. The Simplicity is effectively is our shuttle service that runs between Toronto, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, and Toronto, LaGuardia. So effectively the four key cities. And we've branded it Simplicity. Again, we want to try and make things very simple, very easy. We've increased frequency up to 24 flights a day between Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa, and 16 flights a day to New York. One of the other benefits of our Simplicity service is that we do allow early and late show on flights, and in fact, if you actually do show to the airport early and you're checking in at the kiosk and there's an earlier flight, we'll actually prompt you. So you don't necessarily have to wait at the gate. So there's an opportunity to do it. So that part is very important to make it very, very simple. We're committed to our on-time performance in Simplicity, well, all routes, but in Simplicity in particular. And should we be 30 minutes late, or God forbid we have to cancel a flight, then there's an automatic 25 WestJet reward dollars placed into your account. So we're very committed to that. In Toronto, there's also priority screening through security if you're on a Toronto Montreal route.
Okay. So you mentioned rewards. Let's talk a little bit about the rewards for business travelers.
Well, WestJet Rewards is obviously available for all our guests and anyone who wants to sign up with them. It's a 3-tier program. Key for the business travel would be our Gold Reward, which is our top tier. We have made the thresholds are relatively low, so they're easy to obtain, and the earn benefit as well as the redemption benefits are significant. In addition, we recognize that there are competitive programs out there, and so one of the things we've done with our Gold program, especially from a competitive standpoint, is that we will status match. Right? Again, just trying to make it easy to convert, make it easy to fly with us, and not being burdensome, and allow people some flexibility in their rewards program. One of the things we should also talk about, that's key to the business traveler and benefits to business traveler in Canada, is that one of the things, a hallmark also of WestJet, similar to not overbooking, is that if you need to, because it happens in business travel, that you need to cancel a flight. And flight changes, needs change, business travel changes, meetings get canceled, and so as a result, you're in a position where you need to cancel a flight. At WestJet, that travel goes into a travel credit, but it's fully transferable. Again, with most carriers, the travel credit goes back to the individual. In our case, it goes back to the corporation. So that means anyone within the corporation can redeem it for later use. Again, that's a key competitive advantage that we have in the marketplace.
Great program. Nice to know that WestJet means business.
Absolutely.
And good message for the travel agents. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure. Thank you indeed.